Hey everyone, I'm Mariana. I'm a product marketing specialist at GetResponse, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to get started with GetResponse. This is a step-by-step guide on how to set up your email list, send your first email, create a landing page, also start looking at automation, so make sure to stay with me till the end. Let's jump right in. So first things first, let's create your GetResponse account. The best way to start is with the 30-day free trial. This lets you explore everything risk-free. There is no credit card required, no need to pick a plan right away, just explore it out and see if it's the right fit for you. So just click here, start 3-day free trial. Just click your name, for example, I'll put Mariana, write your email. It can be your regular Gmail one, doesn't need to be any special private domain one or your business email. Just write a password that makes sense for you. And then click create free account. In alternative, you can also sign up using Google or Microsoft, and then you just check your inbox for a verification email and just confirm your account, and just like that, you're gonna be in. Once you're in your account, you're gonna be asked to fill in a few details about your business so we can know you a bit better, tailor GetResponse to your needs, and once that's done, you're ready to go. You're gonna see this is the Explore GetResponse page. It's your starting point for just getting up and running, and you can find guided tutorials, step-by-step instructions for key features like email marketing. And if you're new, I would recommend you to start here with build an audience or maybe send emails, just set up your first campaign. And yeah, basically everything here is designed to help you get your results fast, and you can just pick whatever makes sense for you and follow the steps. And then what you're gonna see from now on when you open your account is the main dashboard. This is fully customizable. You can set it up the way that works best for you. And the different widgets give you quick insights into key stats, like if you have a new contacts about your email performance. And yeah, you can just remove the ones that you don't need. For example, here you can go remove widgets, you can move them around, and you can also add a new widget, something you need. Let's say you want to know how your website is doing. You just go here and you click add, and boom, in this case you don't have a website yet, but it would appear here. And yeah, you basically can make the dashboard 100% yours. Okay, so now you have the navigation bar. It's super easy to use. You have the tools organized into 5 main sections, as you can see. The first one is communicate. This is when you need to reach your audience. This is where you'll find obviously email marketing, push notification, and just chat tools. This is where you keep the conversation going. Then you can build visibility. This is when you want to get noticed. Here you can create a website, you can create landing pages, forms, pop-ups, and also there's a paid ads option that can help you to increase a bit your reach. And obviously there's the automate section. This basically allows you to save time. You have AI campaigns, you have autoresponders, you have the conversion funnel that basically allows you to nurture your leads in autopilot. And then you have the connect section, which is where all integrations happen. If you need APIs, if you need e-commerce tools, webhooks, whatever it is, this section makes sure everything plays well, very nicely together. And yeah, share knowledge. This is if you're a creator, you can host webinars, you can sell courses, premium newsletters, and even set up a creator profile if that's what you want. So yeah, this is it for the main navigation bar. You can also see all your email lists and all your contacts in this section, whether it is your current list, your segments, anything you can imagine would be here, and then the reports to understand how you are doing, but I'll go a bit deeper on that later. Okay, so now let's look at the top right corner of your GetResponse dashboard, and this is where you'll find the essential options just to manage your account. You can get help, you can stay on top of notification. So for example, you're new, you need a quick walkthrough. You can check out this section here. This is the interactive guides. You can get help importing your contacts, setting up a welcome sequence, creating emails, building a website. This is basically step-by-step assistance in whatever you may need. Then in the section that you can see here is the notifications, and this is where GetResponse keeps you updated on if you have any important account alerts. For example, if your email needs authentication, you can see here that it was the case, and you want to avoid spam issues. This is where you'd see all of these, all the reminders. Here you have the what's new in GetResponse section. Here is where you can see any features update, improvements, new tools. In this case, obviously, it's empty because it's a new account, so we haven't had any new features since it was created. And then here, if you need help, you can access the email support. We'll always get back to you within 24 hours. You can check your support tickets as well. You can start a live chat with our bot here, or really humans. We are available 24/7 if you need anything. So if you need us, just know we're here, live chat. And yeah, you can also visit the help center for all detailed guides on every tool you can possibly imagine. They would be here for you. Yeah, and finally, under here, your profile, you'll find your account management options. Yeah, so basically, as you can see, this corner of your dashboard is basically your go-to hub for managing everything related to your account, just staying informed, getting support whenever you need it, just go here. Okay, now that you're comfortable with the dashboard, let's move on to setting up your email. And for that, let's go to here, emails and domains in the top right corner. So you want to send your emails successfully, you want to avoid spam issues, and what you need to know is that Gmail and Yahoo now require you to use a custom domain instead of a free one like gmail.com. And what does this mean? This means that instead of sending emails, for example, from, let's say, Mariana at gmail.com, like the one maybe you used to sign up, you'll need to have something like Mariana at thesweetbakery.com. If you don't have a custom domain, we provide one for free if you upgrade to a yearly plan with us. And if you already have a custom domain, you can simply add it here, write your name, and confirm. And then you can check your inbox and confirm the ownership via email. You should see the email popping up here. Okay, there's one more step after this, which is domain authentication, and this process basically proves to email providers like Gmail and Yahoo that you are a legitimate sender, and this will help a lot your emails and land in the inboxes instead of the spam. And to do this and stay with me, I'll have good news very shortly. You need to add 3 key authentication records. They are SPF, DMARC, and DKIM. But here comes the good news. If the domain you just added is registered with a major provider like GoDaddy, Namecheap, Bluehost, GetResponse will automatically handle this setup for you. No manual updates needed. You're just gonna have to go, in this case, imagine this wasn't authenticated yet. You would just have to go here and click Authenticate. In this case, you see this because, again, it was already authenticated. But if it wasn't, you could just simply link, for example, your GoDaddy account to GetResponse account, and within 24 hours, we would authenticate SPF, DKIM, and DMARC for you. If you only have a public domain like gmail.com and choose to use the one that we provide for free in our yearly plan, don't worry, we take care of this whole authentication part for you as well, so nothing to worry about in that case. So yeah, great. Now let's set up your email list. So go here to contacts. Your email list is basically where you store your contacts. This is people who've agreed to receive emails from you. And in this case, you want to go here and create a list. Let's say you have a bakery, so it's gonna be the sweetest bakery, let's say, users, or maybe all clients. You just need to go here and create. You can see it appeared here. You can go to list settings. Be careful because this list name, everyone can see it if they subscribe or unsubscribe to your list, so be careful. The list title, let's say everyone, the sweetest bakery. List description, it can hurt to add, but in this case, let's not do it. The category, this is obviously restaurants and foods. And the language, let's say English. This is the language you're gonna see in the confirmation page when people subscribe, if they unsubscribe as well, in the pre-header, the footer. So be careful with that. Make sure to put in the language that you desire. If you have any logo, in this case, let's not add it, but you could add it here. And if you have a website address, it would be here as well. So let's just save general settings for now. Okay, so you created your list and now you need to actually have contacts in those lists, the people that agreed to be on it. So I click here, add contacts. You can do it one by one, but this is not super practical, so let's not do it that way. You can have via integration. You can see here there's many different options from which you can import your contacts. Today we're not going to be using this way. And let's say now that we want to import from a file. We want these contacts to go to the list we just created, which is the Sweetest Bakery All. This, you don't need to worry about this right now because we're not going to be covering autoresponders in this video. Just select the file from your computer. Let's see, contact lists. And yes, I have permission to add these people to my list. Make sure to check this because, you don't want to be adding people to your email list and sending them emails if they're not interested in receiving them. So make sure to check this. And then, okay, you have each column here corresponds to the column I had in this case in my Excel. You have the email, you have the name. In this case, I have first name and last name, so I will change this here. And then I also have two separate columns. One of them is in which I ask people if they would like to receive promotions from my bakery. For example, if I'm running any discounts for the Halloween campaign or the Christmas campaign and I'm giving away, for example, free cupcakes, this would be people that are interested in knowing about this promotion. So this is a custom field. In this case, it doesn't exist yet. Obviously, it's not something generic like the email, the name, and the surname, and therefore I'm going to be creating it. I'm gonna name it, let's say, promotional clients, and the type of information in this case, it's yes or no. It's yes, they want to receive promotions, or no, they don't want to receive promotions. So it's a text, and in this case, it's a single answer, yes or no. Yes and no. And let's click save. Okay, the second custom field I have is for people that maybe are interested in receiving bakery tips. Imagine if someone wants to know how to cook a donut or wants to know how to cook a cupcake, and maybe they can be interested as well in the promotions, or maybe they're not. So this is another way to know your clients a bit better or your subscribers a bit better. So again, this doesn't exist, so I'm gonna add this custom field here. It can be, let's say, baking lovers, so these people that want to learn more about baking. What type of information you need? In this case, it's text again, it's yes or no. Yes or no, and you're gonna save it. And that is it. You have in your contacts information about email, first name, last name, whether they're interested in promotions, whether they're interested in cooking tips, and this is already a pretty good amount of information. So you're gonna click import. We're importing. This can take some time, so let's just wait. In this case, it was already completed. It was pretty fast, and you can see all 25 contacts were uploaded, were approved, so this is good news. Now, what we want to do is we want to create segments. So, we just created this list, as you know, the Sweetest Bakery, in which we uploaded these 25 contacts. We want to see out of these people, here in an advanced search, we want to add a condition. We want that the contact details, in this case, the custom field, in this case, let's say the baking lovers, so the people that want to receive these cooking tips, is yes. So here, what you did basically is, out of all your contacts, you selected the ones that told you, specifically said they were interested in receiving these baking recipes. So we want to create a segment, so a group out of your contacts that are interested in this. So you can then send them separate emails, separate messages that are more targeted to what they want. So you click here, apply. In this case, we found 13 of them, and you want to click Save as Segment. And this segment can be, again, let's say baking lovers. And now you want to do the same, but for the people that agree to receive the promotions. And in this case, if you remember, we call that segment promotional clients is yes. So again, based on that custom field on the context, you want to create this segment, promotional clients. You want to save it. In this case, we have 12 people, and this is it for the contacts. Okay, so, but what if you don't have a list of emails and you actually want to grow one? How do you even start? How do you assign the new contacts to a specific list? So a great way to do this is through a landing page with a sign-up form. And why would people sign up for your email list? Because you're providing them value in some way by offering what is called a lead magnet, like for example a cookbook with bakery recipes or exclusive promotions for your bakery. So I entered the landing page builder and I'm gonna click create landing page. Okay, so once you click create a landing page, you're gonna see these two options. You can use a ready-made template or you can use an AI-powered builder. If you choose this option, the AI, I'm just going to quickly show you. You could choose, for example, in this case, fill your work in Kenyan sweets, describe your product or service. We are a bakery shop that sells donuts and cupcakes. Next step. Okay, so you have this already chosen by default for you. You have testimonial from clients that you have, sign up form, which is what makes people sign up to your email list. You can have a gallery with different images, for example, of your cupcakes and your donuts. You can have a list of things that you sell. And then if you want to add more, like cookie banner, an FAQ, contact form, pricing table, it would be here. Right now, just keeping it simple. Next step. You can add the color scheme you're going for. Let's say this one for now, but you can also upload your logo and we'll create a custom color theme for you. Next steps. Here you can add your company details, but right now let's skip this step, but it would be here. And then you just wait until AI is creating your landing page for you. Okay, so you can see AI gives you 3 options here, but right now we're not gonna go for any of them. We're gonna use the template that we have, but just wanted to show you how quick this process is and it's tailored for your specific business. So yeah, but let's go back for now. Okay, so let's use a ready-made template. As you can see, you have all sorts of templates here. You have different industries. In this case, let's choose food and drink. And let's go for, I like how this one looks. So use template. Just click it and here you are inside the landing page editor. You don't need any coding skills for this. This is all drag and drop. Here you can see the start page is where people land. Then you have the not found page. If they click any link that doesn't really lead anywhere, if there's any sort of error, they will see this. And the thank you page, which is what happens when they actually put their contacts and their names in the sign up form. They're gonna see this. You can add here a testimonial from a client, whatever you want, it's here. For now, let's focus on the start page. Let's say you want to add here, this wasn't here, let's delete, and you want to add a sign up form. So you want people to give you their details, to give you their email, the names, and etc. What you can do is here in the elements, you want to search for form. You want to drag it. Let's drag it here. And then you have two sorts of forms. So you need to be careful here. You have contact, in which people will give you their details just so you can send them an email or maybe call them for more information. And then you have the sign up form, and this is the one that you can actually use for people to join your email list. So make sure to select the sign up form if that's what you want. I will choose this one, for example. Okay, and now you see, now we just have 2 fields here, the name and the email, but you want to know more. You want to know if they want to receive the promotional emails, if they want to receive the cooking tips. And as you know, you already created a custom field before, you already segmented your list. So how hard can this be, right? You just go here, fields, name, email you can see as well, and add a custom field. First, you want to know if people are baking lovers, meaning if they want to know how to cook and how to bake, if they want to get those tips from you. So you can add this as required, and as you see, you have the options yes or no already because you set that up before. But you don't want this to appear like this. Baking lovers, people would be confused. So you can say, for example, I want to receive baking tips. And they could select here yes or no. And now you want to know if they want to receive promotions, right? So you want to add the custom field that you already created before, promotional clients, and you want to make it required, and you want to write, I want to receive special bakery promotions. And here they would select yes or no. So now you would have their name, you would have their email, and you would have the information whether they would like to receive the tips and the promotions. And that would be it for this sign-up form. Then you can edit this how you want. Here you have a gallery, you could add links to each of these images, you could change the image itself by clicking replace. You can obviously change what's written in each place. Here you have a contact form. See, I mentioned before the difference between a contact form and a sign-up form. And as you can see, there's all sorts of elements here you would just drag and drop with really no effort required. If you want to put a button somewhere, it would be here. You can really customize it however you prefer. And yeah, that's it, guys, for this part. Let's try and put it live. Click continue. So let's name this a new bakery subscribers. So now you need to select where do you want to send the people that just subscribe to your list. So we want them to go to the list we just created. In this case, is the Sweetest Bakery. This, you don't really need to pay attention to this, just leave it as it is. You can select this option, send an opt-in confirmation email if you want them to receive an email after subscribing, for them to confirm if they actually want to subscribe. This is, in my opinion, a good practice because you know the people that gave their email and that gave their name really want to be in your email list and are really interested in your email. So in this case, I will be pressing the toggle. Favicon you can add if you want, is this symbol you see here. You can show a cookie banner if you want. This part let's not go through in detail right now, let's just leave it as it is. And then continue. You can choose the link. Say the Sweetest Bakery.grwebsite.eu. If you had a domain, you could connect it. You can also buy one, obviously, but this one you can have it for free with your GetResponse subscription, so it's pretty cool. You put publish. So your landing page is live. You can click in this link here to check how it looks. Okay, looks pretty much solid. You can try and subscribe just to see if it's working or not. Just put your name, put your email. Oh, not this one. Let's try this one instead. And let's say you want to receive baking tips, but you don't really want to receive the promotions. Let's say maybe you live far away from the bakery, it doesn't make sense for you. So you just want to learn how to bake and you just select that and you put sign up. And then they can see the thank you page. You can include here a testimonial from one of your clients, as I mentioned before, and they will get a confirmation in their email asking if they're really interested in subscribing to your list. They will confirm it, and that's it. They will be in the selected list, in this case, in the bakery subscribers one. So looking good. Now that people can sign up, let's create the welcome email, which is the first email that the new subscribers receive. You can do it here in Communicate and then email marketing. which is the place you can use to create basically all your newsletters. But because I want this message to be sent through repeatedly through automation, I prefer to do it directly here in Automate, then Automation, and then Automation Messages. So you want to click here, create automation message, and you want to name it, let's say, welcome email bakery subscribers. You want to select the from email address that you authenticated before. That's a custom domain and not your Gmail one. The reply to is where if someone from your subscribers replies to your email, is going to go here. The subject line, you can use the AI subject line generator, or you can write one yourself. You can do it as you prefer. But for now, let's focus here on the design of the message. You have many options. As you can see in the landing pages, you had a lot. Here you have a lot. We just want a lot of variety, just to make your lives a bit easier. And in this case, it's a bakery, so let's see what happens here when I put sweet. This one looks pretty cool. Let's use this one. Okay, so now you're inside the email editor. And this is, again, drag and drop. You don't need any coding skills for this. So as you can see, you have sections here. So you just need to drag it to the editor. If you would like to add them, it can be one column, like 2 columns, up to 6. So you have a lot of flexibility here. Once you drag the columns there, you can then add the blocks inside of them. You have image, text, button, video, a lot of different options. And then let's not focus on these ones right now. You can also save your blocks if you want to use them later. For that, you would just click here. You could say my first block, and you can hit it save. It's saving. And now if you want to use it in your emails from now on, you would just literally go here and then drag and drop it, and you wouldn't have to do everything all over again. So that's pretty useful as well. Now let's say, for the sake of having an example here, that you want to add a 2-column section. Okay, you want to have this color here, so you're going to use the same one. Cool. Then actually I would like this to look more like this more like this. I just prefer how it looks. Okay, and now let's say you want to have an ebook, a cooking ebook. Go here and you browse. In this case, you can add files from your computer. Let's say here I already have it prepared. You add it. And here it is. You click use. And then while it's loading, here it is, perfect. You can add like a text block here, just telling people what this is about. And the good thing is actually that you don't need to write it yourself. You can use our AI assistant. Here is a prompt that we suggest you to use to make it a bit easier, but you can also write it yourself, the prompt. For example, we are offering an ebook called Foolproof Cakes for Beginner Bakers with baking tips. And you can generate the text based on the prompt. Okay, here you go. You can add it to the email. But as you can see, this is huge and you don't want such a big text in your email. I mean, depends, but usually that's really not the case. So what you can also do with the AI writing assistant is you want to say, let's shorten this a bit. You can click tweak. There you go, you can replace. To be fair, it's still quite long, so you can even ask it again to shorten it. In this case, just for the sake of making it a bit faster, I'll just remove it. And you could also, by the way, if you'd like, make it a bit like simplify it, change the tone, fix any spelling and grammar. You can do it all here, so it's pretty practical. And then let's just say you want to have a button for people to download this if they are interested. Let's just in this case put getresponse.com. You can change the text on the button, download ebook, for example. Let's put everything ebook. Okay, you can change here the colors, and yeah, that's, I mean, you can make it look better than this. Obviously, this is just to show you how you can find the different things. And now another thing I want to show you is our dynamic content builder. This is quite a great feature because it allows you to tailor the content of your email to each individual subscriber. Without actually writing a single line of code. Like, it can be a banner, it can be copy, it can be the call to action, it can be an entire section. You can choose to show it to some people and not to others. So let's say, for example, you only want to show this cooking guide to the people that told you that they were interested in the cooking tips. So we go ahead and select the whole element here that you want to personalize. In this case, it's a full-on block. You're gonna go here, dynamic content, and you put add a condition. Okay, once you've done that, you can now specify which recipients should see the given element by choosing either if it's a list, a tag, a custom field, and in this case we know it's a custom field. In this case, it's the baking lovers custom field. We want them to be yes, so these people said they want to receive recipes from you, and you click apply. Don't forget that. And now what this means is that only those people will see this specific section. And how do you even know that this is gonna happen? How can you trust that this is all gonna work well? Well, you can go to test and preview, you go preview. You have the dark mode one if you'd like, but in this case, let's go for the personalization check. You wanna select the list. In this case, it's the Sweetest Bakery. And you wanna see, for example, John chose to see the cooking tips, the bakery tips, so that's cool, he's gonna see it. But imagine, let's try to find someone that, yeah, okay, Jane didn't want to receive the cooking tips, she really just wants to be here for the promotions, and in this case she's not gonna see it, it's not relevant for her, and it's really as simple as that. And you can have up to 8 of these personalizations with this tool, so it's pretty cool and allows you to send in just one email with what you otherwise would have to send like 2, 3, 4, even more emails. So it's very practical. And just another thing, by the way, if you want to change your logo, it's just the same thing. You go to the image and you replace it. Let's say in this case I have it here already. You'd literally just have to place it. You can then change the size how you'd prefer, the size I mean, how you prefer, and that's literally it. Pretty straightforward. And now that the email, let's say it's done, obviously I would tweak it a bit more, but let's keep it short now. You can choose a subject line, you can use the AI subject line generator, but in this case let's just move forward from that for the sake of time. You can save off and finish. And this is it, basically. It's ready to use, this automation message. So now let's automate the process of sending it. So automation saves you loads of time and it increases your subscribers' engagement. So what you want to do is go here to workflows, and then you want to click create workflow. You could actually choose an automation template to make your life easier, but this time let's start from scratch just so you understand the logics behind it. So click here, start now. Okay, a workflow name, it can be the welcome workflow bakery. And let's start the process when someone subscribes, let's say. Okay, so you are now in the workflow drag and drop editor. And on a high level, what you need to know looking at this right part of the screen is that you have 3 types of elements, okay? Which are conditions, actions, and filters. The conditions are what trigger the workflow. For example, when someone subscribes, when someone, let's say, clicks a link, when they open your message, that would be the trigger that's gonna start the rest of the sequence. Then you have the actual actions. This is basically what defines what happens next based on the first condition, like sending a thank you email. You can think of this like a if-then logic, which would sound something like if condition happens, then the action happens. For example, if someone subscribes to my email list, then they will receive an automation email. And the third and last group of elements is the filters, and these create segments. Say only the first 100 contacts actually get a special offer. Okay, so now let's build a very, very simple automation so you just understand how easy this actually is. Here you have when someone subscribes to any list via any method. In this case, you want when someone subscribes to a specific list, which is the one we created before, the sweetest bakery all, and the subscription method can be, let's say, any method. So when that happens, you want to send them a message. So the action would be send a message. You just drag and drop. Okay, then don't forget to actually link this. It's very important. Okay, and now obviously, okay, you're sending a message, but which message? Here you are in properties. You want to use a message layout from, we built it within the automation messages, so here, and then select the message. The one we just created, if you remember, was welcome email bakery subscribers. Here it is, as you've seen. Here you can select run multiple times. If you do, make sure to also select this and only to unique recipients to make sure that the same person only receives the email once. And that is it for this part. But now, how do you know if your emails are performing well? You want to check here, reports. So this is a reporting dashboard. It's pretty straightforward. You can look at the delivery rate, which is how many emails were actually delivered from the ones you send, how many people in percentage open your email, and also in absolute number, how many people clicked it, what was the bounce rate. Imagine someone had their inbox full or it was a fake email, it would go here. How many people marked your email as spam, how many unsubscribed from your list. This is basically the central, like the command center where you can see everything. And another thing I want to show you, which is pretty cool, is if you scroll down a bit, and this is an email I've done before so I could show you guys, it's not the one we made because obviously I haven't sent it yet, but here you can see, if you go to opens and clicks now, and you scroll again, view click map, you can see actually how many people, in what percentage of people clicked in each of the links of your email. So this is really nice, so you know where people are clicking the most, what you need to tweak maybe in future emails. You can click here in desaturate if you want to make the view a bit easier and cleaner. So this is actually a very cool and useful feature for you, so just know when you go into your reports that you can know exactly where people are clicking. Yeah, and that's it for reporting. You have a lot of valuable information here, really. I would recommend you keep an eye on the data to see what's working, what can be improved. And yeah, so yeah, before we wrap up, don't forget about the GetResponse mobile app. I want to show you, it's pretty handy because with it you can manage your campaigns, you can monitor your results, just stay on top of the new contacts anytime, anywhere. It's available both for iOS and Android, so make sure to check it out. And that's it. Thanks for sticking with me till the end. I hope this tutorial helped you get started with GetResponse. If you want more detailed explanations about any of our tools, make sure to check our help center or YouTube channel. Now go ahead and start sending those emails, and happy marketing.